Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar, and today we're going to start, hello everyone, new character, but we're going to use the offline mode of the Avatar, and today, and here we go, so new character, but we're going to use the offline mode and today, and certain, here we go, so new character, sometimes we do this in most audio levels, and certain, here we go, so new character, sometimes we do this in most audio levels, we can, certain, here we go, so new character, sometimes we do this in most audio levels, we can, there we go. Right, now we'll have a go, and what we're going to do is just hit proceed, and we'll wait for it to load in. So I'm just going to start a new character, and what we'll actually do, I normally run it through a media player, but let's just see. If anything does seem to be too loud or something, just let me know in the chat. But I wanted to do a couple of things. One, see how the offline mode works compared to the online mode, and also refresh myself a bit more with the new quests in Blood Bay so I can renew my YouTube videos. So we're going to talk to Arabella, and of course if you talk a lot to her she will actually give you some backstory of why you're here. But if you want to quickly go through it, if you just say manifestation, then you can talk about the mirror. And then that brings up the quest up here, use the magic mirror. I think she waves us off as well. So let's head on down. And of course if you've got any questions at any time, feel free to ask them. And here's our lovely mirror. Oh, they've made a change on the graphics on that. So, well, what's the graphics settings set to? It's on high, but I turn shadows off because it doesn't make for, when it gets night time, it makes it awkward when you're streaming, so the shadows just make it too dark sometimes. And I'm just going to quickly go through this. It'll be a little tiddy guy this time. We can be a massive giant or a tiddy guy. And can rotate him. See if they've added any new decent hairstyles in. Yeah, I don't know if that's a new one. It doesn't look right as blonde. There we go. Yeah. Looks a bit rugged, doesn't it? And I'm just going to run to the end and go finished. Oh, I like to change the green eyes, they glow a bit. But you spend hours and make the character look like yourself. Right, so now we've done that, it now tells us to take the book. And most ironically, it also gives us a prompt to jump. If you actually forget to take the book, you will find it magically being placed in your inventory, and of course it is basically a player's handbook. but if you walk past it and exit the scene, it still appears in your inventory. Let's go up to the big glowing door, I guess, next. This is the only time you actually hear the avatar actually kind of speak to you, at least at the moment. I guess we'll just say ready, and I'm going to zoom through the questions, because it doesn't matter. Let's just see, yes, it's put us on the path of the mage, which is the area I want to go to. But you can change it to the sword and start in High Vale, or the bow and start in Salisbury outskirts. Of course, the sword is the path of courage, and bow is the path of love. So we just say goodbye. Now I do know that if you do change your path, you'll end up with 2 entered lunar rifts up there. So let's head on up to a lunar rift. I wonder if that doesn't turn round, because these are the 3 starting points, because that stone isn't lit. The stone in question is where we're going. So let's jump in. Now in offline mode we get companions, and in the game we've got 3 companions that you can pick up. And they're in each of the starting towns. We're just going to play through it relatively as a new character, and then we can give some hints and tips on the way. I mean, the first one is, can we set up our combat bar yet? Yes, we can, even though we don't have a weapon. It's just that they don't put everything down there. And I can either do it now, or I can do it later. From that weapon, we don't need the light on there, because that remains lit on there. Heal over there. Sun magic, we've got everything there. Death magic, we need to train through that if we're going to use some death magic. We don't have anything air magic, we've got ability to push them away. Nothing to put in tactics. And light armour, because you need to train them up. And probably going to see if I can find a bludgeon weapon actually. Those are passive, so we don't need to put them on our bar. So now we've got a reasonable combat bar set up. I'm just going to pick up everything other than some of the notes, and we'll have a go, have a talk with Robert Vines. Ask us our name, and we will accept his help. He'll just help us in combat should we need it. The gold. And Lapidorus. I do know that in the next release in offline mode they're going to greatly increase the loot drops. Mind, they're going to change some of the loot drops in the normal mode as well. But the offline mode they're going to increase it quite a lot. And there are other benefits in the offline mode, because you can actually buy off the vendors some of the items which are pledge items, and you've got to remember that you can't take into a bludgeon weapon really. I'll take the sword just to start with, really would prefer. Can't see a bludgeon. Ah, there is a bludgeon weapon. Because you don't have to go with the weapon they tell you to go with. You wanna, if he's going to be a mage, he needs to use a bludgeon weapon. So there we go. That's the right weapon. Now we need to head up into this building here. Nice blue arrow. It says explore the Elder's house. We've got to pick up the bone steel dagger. Here's some information on the note about it. I don't know if we need the note. I don't think we do, but we'll pick it up anyway. If you are in online mode, candles are quite expensive to buy if you want to create some lights in the game. So if you want to do some crafting of lights in the game, it's good to pick up the candles because they're expensive off the vendors. And need some food. That'll just help our health a bit. Quickly loot this lot. All the gold is going to come in handy later. An apple as well. No, I don't want to take the notes because you can't sell them. I can talk to the person who happens to be looting here as well. But he'll just tell you, give you the hint to loot. Right, that's got that lot. Collect this one. No, don't want those notes. Nearly there. There's quite a lot in this zone. I don't know if this is more than what's on the online mode or not. 41, so we're still okay on weight. Potato. And can we use this training dummy? Yeah, just train up a bit in the bludgeon skill before we go out. Even though we're going to be using the magic, we're also going to be using the bludgeon tree because we're going to use probably a staff. So we just need to get this up to level 20, which we might as well do here. Let's just have a look and see how the pool is empty. And we get loads of quest points, you know, so we can easily quickly do this. We're not getting any points back, so it's just emptying the pool. This will help us when we get to a trainer. We can then start training the next tier down in the bludgeon tree. And whilst it's here, because I don't think they've placed one, that's something I wanted to find, because I did see a question on the forums that then somebody couldn't find a practice dummy. Right, let's put the weapon away. There we go. And carry on. And my name, yes. Again, he talks about other things, that dagger. He tells us to cross the bridge. That unlock, and then he gives us a key. And he gives us This is the main quest line. Speak to Elena. She's in Blood River. So it starts the quest in Blood River. First of all, got to unlock the gate, cross the river, and leave the village. Of course, if anything glows, it means that's what you're supposed to be doing. So unlock the gates, lift the barrier, and get ready for combat. Since we've asked for help, we could actually just stand back. Coming? Oh, he's coming. Let's get some loot. Oh. Should have actually attacked them at range, really. Let's use the pushback. Oh, that was quick. Mind you, you really shouldn't have any problem crossing the bridge. As you can see, our health isn't coming up that fast, so let's rest a bit. And we picked up some stuff, so eat an apple. Give us a food buff once it's completed. Not very long, but it shows you the benefit of food. And banana, sprint, no. Coconuts, there you go. Let's eat a coconut. Look at how all food looks the same. And of course, as a mage we'd normally be using a lot of ranged abilities. And there's a lesser staff. I just want to check the stats on that. A bit broken is the end problem. There's a staff. No, this bludgeoning weapon. Yeah, we're not going to have a problem with fizzle, so nope, stick with what we got. And that's. I mean, they've made it so it's too easy actually. I'm not trained in any of the magic abilities, yet I'm able to easily fight this. I could make it just a little harder, I think. And it's all the combat. There. And now if we wait a little while, he magically appears in front of us. We have to talk to him. And let's try again. Okay, let's just walk back. Oh, no, he's started running, which is what he's supposed to do. And then he tells you to double click. Here's the boat I told you about. So let's go to Blood River outskirts. Let's say, because I've done a playthrough of this, but a lot of the quests have changed. They've added a gathering quest and such like, so I wanted to quickly play around with it today, and then I can review and renew the videos again. And we can also use this as part of a walkthrough. So Overdrawn in conversation. There's 400 more experience points. And you always ask a name because it will then put the character's name above their head. You can just say the magic word help. That normally brings out all the quests. Which is just go and find the elven leader. She then puts a quest marker on your compass. And again, she'll give loads of backstory. Just some Alps bit. And again, if you are attacked on this road, you can always run around to the hints to get help. But these posts here give you a clue of which way to go. Here's that. Say it's only got 17 health. Now we should be training on that one, and we might as well train on that. Even though I don't know what magic I'm going to use with the character yet. Not decided. Still going to make him a mage, I think. We need to rest a bit, get our focus up. What's something we didn't also do? We didn't put our health and focus potions on the non-combat bar. And we haven't got anywhere to recall to yet. Right, so round we go. I mean, if you really want to get on with the quest, you just run straight through. But we do need some combat experience. We need to get that one up, because that increases our dodge rating, I think. Yeah, combat dodge. There we go. And you need to keep these. Get loads of experience points by handing those in. And at the moment it's a kind of a repeating quest, I think. So you can collect them and then just hand them in at once. And head on round, following the posts. And a post here which tells us to go up the path here. There's a nice trap over here. We go down it. Nice spikes down there. And there is a vine to get out of there, or ladder, should you fall down it. These elves are peaceful. Don't know what happens if you attack them. Oh, we pulled up one. That was a mistake on his part. Oh, 23 gold, that's a nice loot out of them. Can't see it at the moment. Sometimes there's a harvestable item in this area. And before I go and talk to Albrecht, now here's a questable garlic. It's a good idea to keep the harvestable items and try and think what other things they... Oh, there's the... pin them into place. just want to talk to the blacksmith because I want to get rid of our loot. We're not using iron, they don't cost anything and they're not weighing anything. I'm still not going to use them, so... and... well, let's just go equipment first of all. Oh, we've got to put the cloth helm on us. I don't want any of that. I'm just actually going to sign for exchange on that. Oh, sorry, down here, isn't it? Bye. The bass. Don't need it just yet, but I think we'll hold on to some. Don't need those, don't need those. Coconuts we don't need, explosive potions we don't need, all of these lovely jars. Lemons. I'll hold on to those at the moment. Maps we don't need. Nightshade, hold on to that because we might need it later in our magic. Pecan nuts would normally keep them, but not at this point in the game. Salmon. Trout. And you can get rid of the worms, they're not worth anything, but we'll get them out of the inventory. Right. Should be everything I want to sell at the moment. And I did want to put that cloth helm on, so that'll give us a little bit more damage resistance. Equip. Here's the swimming hat, as it seems to be called. He's got his swimming hat on. Alright, so let's go and talk to our quest giver in this game, or in this area. Let's have a word with Albrick. Let's see if we can find the words. Normally is the last word in the thing we got here. That seems to be the word that you need to click on in a lot of cases to go through. And if we click on that, he'll teach us the formal truth salute, so that will be our first emote. Vigilante, yeah, we've got the quest. The leader of the Elven camp, Albrick, told me about human vigilantes that attacked Blood River and continue to torment the Elven refugees in Blood River outskirts. He requested that I find evidence of the vigilantes' wrongdoing and bring it back to him. He was not specific in how I should do this, so it's up to me to figure it out. I suppose I can choose either the violent confrontations with the vigilantes, or perhaps a cleverer ruse to earn their trust within the camp. So that's the main quest bit, and something else we're just going to quickly do, if we've got enough gold that is we're going to go and talk to the combat trainer. Or adventure trainer, sorry. And we'll buy the bludgeon skills, and we shouldn't be able to buy anything else. Got level 20 in that already. Alright, so we have that one. Got enough to haven't got quite enough to fill out a combat deck. Don't want to train too much all at once. I've only got level 5 on that, so let's just quickly check the others. 8 on that. I've got 20 on that, so we definitely want to train dexterity. That is a must. The must are dexterity, strength as soon as you can, and intelligence as soon as you can. Those help the 3 base elements of the game. Right, so let's get that done. Open up the combat bar. Just plonk these down. Oh yeah, we learnt some sun, didn't we? Let's put that over there. Mind over there, that'd be nice neatly laid out as well. We'll just put those 2 over there. So we've got 2 range, this is our close area. These are our offhand, and this is the charging buff. Ups our focus. That'll increase our, what does that do? Increases intelligence and drops fizzle rate, but shouldn't have much fizzle. Is there something else we could do with him? We could unlock combat bars, but we don't need to do that just yet. It's not going to benefit us anything. And got a nice little person to go and visit up here. Vigilante into the Vigilante nest, which is where we're going to head to next. This we are. I can't see that. Now we should get some vigilantes popping up at you from time to time. There's one, or 2, in both close quarters, so we won't worry about that too much this time. But we've got to put that on. We can also use the blind. And we can use our, but we also want to make certain we use a bit of everything. And wrong way. Yep, that's the way. Up onto the trunk. You just have to jump across. Because we need to talk to this person first if you want to enter the camp. And sometimes you'll get some targets attacking you and it will draw you out of conversation. So let's have a word with him. Do you want any help? Of course, then that starts the magic words. And tells us of a secret word about cleansing. Use the password cleansing to get the gate guards, and you'll get into the camp. So if you don't, but you can fight your way through the game. And another bit of garlic. Try to look around for the nodes in the game, because I know there's a quest later on, and I'm unfamiliar with this area. And something else we should do is there is a map of the area. Everybody wants to follow it. Oh, there's another vigilante. Oh, he's an archer, so he won't be. We've got another one behind us as well, by the looks of it. He was using arrows and he's got a dagger on it. Oh, teleport scroll. Oh, something did. Oh, they're picking on me. Keep an eye on the health and the focus actually, because we've got quite a lot going on here. We might need to withdraw, not because we're going to take damage, but simply because we'll run out of focus. So I've got that one. Let's take a focus potion. Our corrupted elf has decided to run back and outdo us. Right. Go back, and that's. Get to put these on. We can use blind on him, which means we'll be able to hit him easier. There we go. Collect our loot. And we know this guy's down here. Just wait for our. Eat an apple just to help our buff bars come up. There's a reason why we need to get our focus up, is so we can get our intelligence trained, which is helps the speed of focus bar. Just track on the HUD and pin it. Also track on the HUD, because that's another one we need to get things trained in those. So we need to get them up to level 20. They're passive, so we don't get. They go up quite naturally as part of combat. Nice load of gold. Got to be slow across here or run through it, because these are yellow to you. They're the hardest ones in the zone. Doesn't mean you should run away from them, because they will give you the most amount of experience points. Oh, that focus. Oh, mind you, we could do a bit of. Oh, that's going to run back. Yep, I don't want to wait. Let's just give him. We should be able to finish him off with bashing. See, he's hit us quite hard. Oh, I think we're going to have to take one of those potions. There we go. And up we go for the loot. Oh, these are quite hard to fight as well. And we don't have. Okay, we'll drink a focus potion. We've got them, so we might as well use them, I guess. Now, what I really do is you don't want to be close to them when they blow, because they do give off sometimes a poison. Got confusion on us at the moment, so I'm pressing the forward key and we're going sideways. That's out of combat so we can get our focus regenerated. That's not the right way. Oh, and a mushroom. Mr. Mushroom, get his gold. Cotton bush that isn't ready yet. There's some trees around here as well. There's a yellow. 2 meat. Oh. Shows you how powerful this one is. And we actually automatically targeted a rabbit, so we might as well tidy it up. Ah, there's a harvestable. Garlic plant. And we're out of combat, so I'm going to have a word with these guys. And of course we've been to the previous person, so you get this word on your bar. If not, if you don't leave, he'll start fighting you. And when you're in this area, you don't need to fight them, again not unless you want to. I'm just going to follow through the normal quest storyline. Let's have a word with let's ask him his name. He's one of the Drumplemouth clan, which you'll meet throughout the game. His job. He's the premier elf hunter in the land. He's asked us to get some elf scalps. Oh, and if we do that, we're going to be learnt the formal truth salute. Let's just check what that looks like. Hit the O. Formal truth. Right, and you had picked up the courage one earlier, can't see it. Oh no, it can't be courage, it's got to be... Oh, not unless they give the same one, they might give the same one. Anyway, not to worry. He's told us to get some scalps for the vigilantes. I met the leader of the vigilantes north east of the Elven camp. His name is Felinus. It's spelt that way, or pronounced that way, Drumplemouth, and he clearly believes in his cause to eradicate the elves. He has asked me to prove myself by going back into the woods and presumably kill some elves and bring back their scalps as proof of my deeds and loyalty to him. However, I may not have to kill any elves to accomplish the same goal. And again, at this point you can choose which way you're going to go, and it should affect your virtues, I think. need to head back to the camp. We're not strong enough to do that. There's a nice... Oh, it will be this way. There's a tower up here, but we need to get some skills up before we can go up there. And this time we're going to cross over this way. It's the shortest route back to the elven camp, basically. And your landmarks are the little glowing purple. You should get attacked somewhere about here. And you can mine the crystals in here. I thought we should get attacked. Let's remember to put these on us. I've got the plan 1 stage. Tells you what he's planning, what they're planning to do. And I'm just going to mine these so we can sell them. And it gets some nice looking weapons and armour. And then your next point to go back to the elven camp is the green up here, which is the path which you would have took earlier. Pretty much the shortest route. To the camp. Pick up the posts again. And some target practice. Because now we should be getting to the point where we should be able to comfortably deal with these. Let's use the blind a bit. Our loot. Got another heirloom, which we can turn those in later and we'll get loads of quest points for them. Let's put a bit of light on because it's going to start getting dark in the game soon. So there's one elf scalp, so you don't have to fight them. Oh, I'm surprised there's one of them still alive. Teleport scroll if we had somewhere to teleport to. In fact, when you're in the offline mode, teleport scrolls are pointless. You've got nobody to teleport to. Intriguing. Because I am playing in offline mode if anybody has just joined us. I want to look at the differences and quickly go through the quests. Or over encumbered. Let's get ourselves under encumbered. Self and inventory. First of all equipment. We don't want any of it. And then open it up again and just have a quick look through. Don't want the fragments. Don't want the cure for poison. Yeah, I don't really need the onion because, of course, weight is quite a awkward point. Rabbit carcass, don't need that. Yeah, teleport to chosen friend's current zone. You might as well sell them if you're in offline mode. In online mode, don't sell them. Because we can create a recall point to recall back to. We can't teleport to anybody in offline mode. And I'll keep the tomato just in case. Let's just get those out. And so much gold we got. Oh, we've got enough gold, I think, now. Because when you're in offline mode, you also get a chance to get things like the Founder's Cutlass, the Founder's Shield, which of course were only available if you bought the bundle. So if you like to have a look and see what they're like, you just need to go into the offline mode and then you can have a... They're only patterns, so they're the same as a normal standard weapon. And then you can scrap them and put the pattern on. A crafted item later. But we might as well... In fact, it's got a little bit more than the rusty mace. It's 500 gold, so I'll take that one. And I think we're fitted with basic armour because they don't really have much better armour here, I don't think. I could change to chainmail, but I want to try and keep this one mostly as a pure mage. Right, that will do. Let's equip the ornate and pop it to the inventory. Make certain we don't accidentally sell it or scrap it. Let's have a look at the difference. It's only going to be a visual difference. Yeah, it looks a little bit more bigger header. Right, so lights please. Let's go and have a word with Albrecht and let him know of the news. What we found. So now again you can tell him the truth about scalps, or you can withhold the information, so if you want to still do it the dishonourable way, let's say. And we go for scalps, and then he tells us that if we talk to somebody, they will help us with that problem. Let me put the map over here. Probably work better, won't it? I don't see the quests. I returned to Albrecht in Blood River Elven Camp, and I told him about the task that Bernice assigned to me to retrieve elven scalps to prove my intent. Albrick appreciated me coming to him first and suggested that I speak with Valana, an apprentice blacksmith and former hunter/skinner, to acquire facsimiles of elven scalps. So let's go and do that. And should be this person here. So let's get a name. Here's the lineup, and go Elven Scalps, and she gives us some nice experience points for doing that. And a bit of gold, and she gives us the fake elf scalps. No, leaving that there. So now we can harvest those. I'll see if I can get that quest now. The gathering quest, which I think we've got to talk to the food person at the food station. The crafting trainer. Ask her if she wants any help. We haven't got any skills yet trained to train any further, so close that window. Resource gathering. So we've got an update to our journal. Yeah, she needs 3 copper ore, 2 pine wood, and 2 garlic. I've already got the garlic. I found quite a lot of that around. So I've just got to find some trees, they'll be easy, and just got to work out where. Oh yeah, I do remember where the ore was, or what I found so far, but we won't come to it for a little while. But I might see some new nodes that I don't know about, so we'll keep our eye out for copper, and we'll do a couple of trees. There's a garlic node that appears out here. It's proven me wrong so far, unless they've changed it, of course. So let's head through the arch. Just heard some. Let's just pull that up there. Yeah, there you go. I've got the repair kit there. Let's head for the green bits first, and then as we come up we should see the purple bit. Going between the 2 camps, I've just found a tree, but we've got somebody to. Also a spawning area for this character. It's a healthy loot drop. Now, that is a quest item which you need to keep on you. So we'll need that for later on. I did have somebody asking one of my videos about that. If you find the pyramid, there's also one that sits on top of the pyramid. We'll need that to help the Gus quest. And through we go, not seen any copper yet. Just jump up this bit. Head back to the other camp. And just over there, yep. should be going down a lot easier now. Don't mind him coming towards me a bit. So I need to train in. I've got another heirloom. We'll be handing those in later on. There's heirlooms dropped and wine is dropped. And basically you can keep those. And just hand them in all at once. And we don't need to talk to them again, but it does always keep drawing us in. For some reason. Open up the gate. And let's have a word with Mr. Drumplemouth, and he wants the 3 elf fake scraps. Now you will still end up with them in your inventory, and you can't delete any of these items, but they don't weigh anything. So we give those. He's given us a nice 4,000 experience points and some gold. And then stage 2. He's now asked us to go and get some spider items. Phineas, Drumplemouth, commander of the vigilantes in Blood River Outskirts, has volunteered me to extract the venom glands from the queen brown wolf spider that inhabits a cave northwest of the elven refugee camp. The goal is to use this venom on the elven foods supply, making them sick and weak for easy pickings. And when we didn't have the map, it took me ages to work out where this spider's nest was. Because I've done this quite a few times in doing the videos and everything. Oops, hit the torch there. Kind of know where everything pretty much is now. So I'm going to head back towards the elven camp. I think, does it put a marker up on here? No, it hasn't put a marker up there. But we need to head back towards the camp for it. Let's find our landmarks. There it is, just up on the horizon. Nice purple colour. We just want to pick up on the path is what we need to do this time. Nice vigilante. Of course, that's always in the area. The vigilantes are pretty much like spawning nodes. They always spawn in the same areas. There's one down there. Might as well fight him. There's 2 coming in. Let's do a bit of close fighting this time. Just go. Oh no, another one. We'll do ranged fighting with him. So let's pick up on the path. And this time we're going to go past the camp. You know, once it's fallen through, it remains fallen through, but we go. I won't bother fighting him because I want to go and get the spider. Just up here we'll see a ruined castle. Oh, and the gate's closed. And normally we need to go down here. The gate is closed to us. So what we're going to have to do cross there another way. I think be careful because you won't have safe falling trained at this point. And we just need to get around the other side of the gate. We've got some vigilantes to deal with. These schools been doing 9, 12, 13, 7, 29. That's the base bludgeon one. Oh, a bit of light would help, wouldn't it? We need to see the other side of the gate. Just up here is a switch, which I'll give you a clue. As soon as the gate opens, the boulder's coming down. So you don't want to be in the way of the boulder. Which will get crushed. That now means we can use that as a... Oh, start to put it up on the map now. Spider layer. And this is a spawning point. That's a nice loot drop. And follow the path round to the... Probably should have gone the other way actually. Can cut through here, I think. Yep, got the path this way. Ah, there it is on the map. Now on this area we'll get some elves fight you. I don't know why. Of course you can get the elf scraps. They must be at odds with their own kind. So just... There it is. Nice big glowy thing, gives you clue. And let's just renew the light before we go in. And slowly in this area, because you're going to get loads of spiders. You don't want them all attacking you. There's some small ones in here, and then of course your main target. And not unless you want to fight them, you can open up the sacks for some more spiders. There's one of them. There's the levels going on the... I might see him off, but it didn't. And I will skin one, but I'm not going to bother with the others. Good source of spider silk normally. And venom sacks, but they're not the venom sacks for the quest. We better just get ourselves healed up a bit. Not buy any cooked food yet. in this area. Just we've got 5 focus potions, so I guess we could use some of them just to speed through it a bit. Now, where was the big one? There she is. The Queen Spider. That's who you're here to kill. Again, it used to be a lot harder, this did. And I made this home zone a little bit too easy for my liking, but probably because I'm experienced at playing, I guess. Yeah, we do need to skin the Queen to get the quest item out of it. That's what we want. Spider's eyes are used in cooking for crafting. Oh, just release more spiders. Was this the way out? Probably not. Work out the way out again, or follow the corpses, I guess. Okay, deal with these. These are just ones that have hatched, so they're very low health. Right, focus again, but I'm not going to use a focus potion on these guys. I'll just use the auto attack. There we go, that's the way it looks like. Seeing as we're over this way, we might as well go and see if the ore that I found before is in this path up here. There's one. I think there's one on either end of this. How much did she need? 3 copper. I think we got 2 in that one, didn't we? Yep. There are some they're called shell-like creatures, mushroom-like creatures. Yes, let's get that right. Right, oh, we've got confusion on us. Right, so I don't want to be close to it because sometimes they give off a poison gas, and we don't want to be close to it. Still got. Just have to wait for that to run out. Mind you, work out what the keys are. We can. There's the other ore node that I wanted. So it's got that quest all gathered. And we've got 2 pine wood, we've got 2 garlic, I know that. 3 copper. Oh, need to chop down another pine tree. And garlic, I'm sure we must have that. Yeah, got 18 garlic, so that's enough, so we just need to find a tree on our way back. Here's one. For that, and won't do that. I'm just working out the most efficient way to go through the zone as well. Pick up some of the side quests. Right, another one of these. Let's see if we can get that range. Hold them at range. Oh, I went too far. Isn't fully healed, so so we got that. Also close up here to is it up here? No, not up here yet. That's the Bad Elven camp. Where are we going? I need to go up this path here. Pine tree over here. Not so many maple trees in this zone. No, I'm not going to jump up there to get it. Go back to the entrance of the spider's cave. There's something else around here, not to worry, we'll worry about that later. I'm going the right way, not certain at the moment. We've got everyone attacking us now. Elf attacking us, a bandit attacking us. Oh, we are in the right area for what I was thinking of. Right, there we go. I was about to say there was another elf up here. I'm sure he's not friendly. He's hiding inside a tree. I guess he is an elf. Now, I think this was the... Gonna have to yep, it's the Autonomous Home, which is another quest. Which this is a kind of marker point head for the hole here. And for some reason there's a bad elf in the area. And in here you've got some lovely it says we're encumbered as well. Alright, okay. Can take these at range, it's slightly better. Let's take a focus potion. There goes. Let's go in and talk with Gus. A couple of quests for us. Let's talk about the Autapon monkey. We did pick one up before. And again, if you do want to find another one, there's a pyramid which we'll come across later. You can pick up an Autapon monkey. Sitting right on the top of the pyramid. It gives us lots of experience. And it gives you the beginnings of another quest for the truth in the hood. And there is another quest he can give us. Does he want any help? There we go. And then it gives us a quest called Corruption Junction. So we've got a couple of quests off of him. Corruption Junction. An Autapon that calls himself Gus is being tormented by some sort of corruption. He has said that it's been invading his beloved garden. He believes he knows the cause, but not the origin location, which is now my job to find. Once found, I am to dispose of a large mushroom called, and let's see, Trussporus regime, which probably stands for big mushroom. Gus feels this will reveal the thing's creator. No doubt it will be protected by corrupted things. So, I mean, this last bit here gives us a clue where to go. Actually, we've found some corrupted beings, and we will do this one a little later. It's the quest for the hood. Those are the two quests you can get off of Gus. And you can't get the hood one until you've given him an Autapon monkey. I should still be okay to fight though. Because when you're over encumbered, it's going to affect your fighting capability as well. These things are not greatly heavy, and you know when you get carrying way too much because you're walking, you already start to slow down a bit. Right, let me just get my bearings this way. No, not that way. Okay, let's just fight these, then I can have a look at the map a little bit more. Spider's camp. We'll come up this path here, so we need to be heading that way. This is where the big boulder was. That's where we need to be going. In a bit. There we go. Right. And if you do come across webs, you can break them. You don't have to walk through them. I think we are going to avoid combat as we go through. And yeah, we want to go up this path. Caught by a spider as well. Just jump out of his trap. There's the big boulder that we caused to drop, so it's going to take a right at that and carry on up. There are some undead skeletons and things in the area over here. There's a chest over there. I've never noticed a chest before. Is it a real chest though? We'll probably find some undead in the area. No, right. Let's see if it is a chest. Oh, it is a chest. Not every chest is a chest. Garlic. And we'll use the back door, which is the path just coming up here on the left. See the back door or front door, whichever way you think about it. And nope, not yet. Let's go and hand in the quest we got off on. Do we say help again? Or gathering resources? That should open up the trade window. And then she wants 3 copper ore, 2 pine wood, and 2 garlic. Copper ore, 2 pine. I'll try something because she should only take what she needs before we have to put in the right amount. Yep. And we gain 3,500 experience points, 150 gold. So that's that quest done. And now what we can do is go and hand in our, or get under encumbered. Equipment first of all, because that's always going to be the biggest thing you're going to have. And we'll just sign for those. And then we'll have a look at what else we've got. Just going to bring up the buy window again. Sell from inventory. Amethysts. Oh, she gave us the. I think she gave us all of it. Yeah, she gave us the items back that we collected as well. So get rid of the copper ore. Now you don't need the elf skull. Not unless you want decorational items. So we could sell it. Granite blocks we don't need. Now, garlic is a reagent. Oh, it recovers health as well. That's interesting. Hold on to that. Mandrake's not a food source. Don't want pinewood. Don't want poison potions. Don't want blacksmith one. Don't really need the carpentry one just yet. Get rid of those. And the venom sac, there we go. Yeah, it's half our weight. It's awkward to know what to keep and what not to keep at this point in the game. Right, so what we got? Corruption Junction. Right, so there's nothing more we can do down here. It says return to the stage 1 plan notes to Albrecht. Let's try that. Oh, yep, he's asking for them. Now you can bypass that to finish the storyline, but you'll miss out on some experience points and gold. So it's got 4,000 experience points, 250 gold. And then he asks for more evidence. And collect some more evidence. Right, so let's go and hand in this spider's venom. We'll leave Corruption Junction to a little bit later because it's kind of one of the harder parts of the zone. So again we're going to go on to... Oh, there's a copper node here. Because I'm not familiar where all the ore nodes are. A tree there, but I don't want to collect too much because I don't have much carrying capacity yet. We need to train up strength. We've only got 10 on that. These are going up really slowly compared to everything else. Up we go. Find a swamp, and then that's always the path with the elven bodies on the stakes is the path to the camp. That hasn't yet once been ready yet since we've been in here. There's always an elf to fight on this path before you enter the camp. But you should now just be easily able to, once you're this far through the zone, shouldn't have any problems at all in combat. As I say, it's a little bit too easy. And you're going to draw me in again? Yes. Goodbye. Right, where is he? Down here this time. Does walk about a bit sometimes. What's this? Spider's venom sacs. We've got 6,000 experience, 400 gold. And we'll continue. And then, of course, it's nearly always, as I say, the last word. You need to click on to continue through the story. And he's just given us a manifesto. And we gained loads more experience points because we completed a quest for the elves. So we got some evidence to take to Albric. Right, anything? And we get the choice of poisoning food or not. Right, so let's carry on the quest line. Or the honourable way of playing the quest line, let's put it that way. I think we're strong enough now to go and have a look at the tower. The tower's got some nice hidden treasure in it. It's also got quite a lot of spawning targets as well for combat training. And another garlic node. Ready for combat. Trying to think, what are you? Oh, you're not interested, right? You are though. You're ranged, so we can quickly take him down. And we've got this time Ripley. It seems there's two, there's a male and a female. I've not ever known a quest for this area. It looks like it probably might have been for one earlier on. I never knew of it. Or maybe it's for later on. You've got to be very careful up here because it's not very sound. You just use the ladders to climb. Because if you do fall, you will probably die from falling damage. Up here you'll find there's a mage. He's quite strong. He will. So it's best to use bludgeon weapons against it. Can we open it from here? Yep. Oh, that must sometimes be combat and sometimes be a chest mimic. Not this in solo mode, it's a I don't know if we'll fall if we go down there. Oh, yep. Let's see, 4 fell away. At this point we won't have. I've got enough. Well, I've only got 3 focus potions, so we don't want to. I have seen that one as a normal Autumn Monkey. Oh, and a bottle of Elven wine. Which, I don't know if we can hand in any more monkeys. Not certain, we'll try it later. And of course got bottles of wine which we can hand in later. Now, can I fall 1 level? Can, but you've got to be careful. Oh, we went back up again. because the floor is not sound in this area. If you fall too much, there we go. It's the tower. It's not part of any quest part in the game. You should be able to go somewhere this way. Right, there's our swamp. Well, that's the poison area, so we need to go this way. One hour and 45 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see how long it's going to take to complete the zone as well. Right. Any more combat? No, that should be it. So let's head back to Albrecht. Oh yeah, that's where we can poison the elven supply bundle. Alright, so let's have a word with Albrecht. And there we go. What's the cleansing manifesto? Give him that. And read this 6,000 points for the cleansing manifesto. We've got that back. And he's given us another quest called Evidence. Yeah, and at that point in the quest line, you also receive the Banner of Truth, which is one of the banner items in the game. Now, Evidence. Right, Albrecht of Blood River Outskirts Refugees has asked me to deliver Felinese Drumplemouse manifesto to Captain Bearfield of Aerie. Evidently, this is the evidence that the Aerie Captain Guard needs to authorise her to take down the vigilantes. It tells us that Captain Bearfield of Aerie is stationed with a small garrison of soldiers north-east of the Elven refugee camp. And I think if we talk to him again about poison food, a choice here to either agree to do it because he wants you to go and poison the other camp. I'm going to be virtuous and say no, and that quest vanishes off the quest tree. So Evidence, Crutchin Junction, let's go and hand in the evidence. Let's head out the back door. He's quite a long way. Well, I think it's a majorly long way. Oops. He's somewhere up here. Doesn't show you on the map, does it? There's Gus. Trying to think where he was from Gus. Right. Let's go and find him. Oh, I don't know really. Right. Off we go. I might just got the point marker up on the item bar. You can't get through that way because we had the boulder drop. Had enough fighting for the moment. Let's just have a quick look on the compass. Truth hood, yes, know that. Aerie captain sense that way. Carry on up the path then. Right, there's one there is that's the bad elven's camp. Ah yes, alright. I don't know where I am again. He says confidently, we're heading in the right direction by the compass. This is where we were doing the mining before. It should be just up ahead now. And let's go into the camp. Yep, he's at the back there with their sparkly hands. Let's come out of combat. A bit of light to fill in the area. Make sure it's a manifesto. Now we get loads more experience points. Now we get to help. She'll give us a warrant to go and give to Mr. Drumplemouth. It's just another way of getting some more experience points into the pool. That's what we will do now, because we're up in an area for the truth hood up here. Let's see if I can find it on the map. So it's this way. I'll know when I start getting my bearings. Hopefully got it right. I'll know in a little while. So that's an exit, but we will get the exit and mark it on the compass. It's handy for... Is it going to mark on the compass? That's weird. Oh, there it is. Nice done. Find the areas I want. I know it's in this area, so must have been through here. I'll just go through it. Got to find the pyramid. That's what we're after next. Carry on through, because that's a very big map. It's just off a path though, that's the Bad Elven camp. That might be it there. I know when I start getting close to it. A nightmare before we had the map. I don't think this is right. Vigilante? No, that's where the boulder is. Right, let's just quickly go and get that vigilante done. And 2 of them. Right, where are you, pyramid? There it is. Big giveaway on the map, really. Right, need to cross to that path over there and follow that path around. Oh, you can't get through there. Can we jump through it? Oh, jump through it, good. Keep going till we come across a path. There's the Milky Way up there. Still in the same solar system, by the way. There's the path. Now we'll just follow that path round. And so it was close to the camp, because that's the camp we left. So it must have took a wrong turning somewhere. Let's expand that up again. I had that path over there. must have gone wrong. Yep, now I know where I am. Oh, I recognise this bridge here. So it's a very easy place to get lost. And we should be coming up on the big pyramid on our right, and we've got to enter the pyramid. This is part of the Truth of the Hood quest. It tells us about an entrance to get into the pyramid, where we will find part of the hood, which we've got to bring back to him. I thought these vigilantes would have got the idea by now. And if you just climb to the top of the pyramid, and if you haven't got an Automon monkey and you need one, there's always one up here. This is something new, a chest that didn't used to be there. Not unless these are just in offline mode, I don't know. But if you look down each of the steps, you'll see that that one's a complete set. You can walk all the way down that one, we walked all the way up that one, but this one, you see the steps are broken. Again, you want to be rather cautious when you're jumping down, because you don't want to take too much falling damage. There's normally some skeletons down here as well. And now there's a nice big glowing lever. It took me ages to find this lever when I was doing the quest for the first time. That rolls away the stone. And just head on down. Oh, a zombie. Here is our... And we've got he's the Guardian. Crypt Caretaker, as it calls him. Another monkey. I don't know if we can actually hand more monkeys back in. Let's come out of combat. Oh, that's the ceiling. Something's going wrong there. Oh, chainmail boots. We're not wearing chainmail, we're going to stay with cloth. You cannot currently hold more than any more of this item. Right, that answers the question. We can't pick them up. Once you've picked up one. And we get a loot chest. We've got another zombie attackers. Can't have that, can we? Whom do you turn the elven wine and heirlooms in? You'll turn them into the camp. I'll be doing that in a short while with this character. But there's two elves in the camp. I've got some. One of them you can hand the heirlooms and the wine into, but it's in the main central camp up by the blacksmith. So just talk to the elves there, you'll find the people you need to get to, but we'll be heading that way soon. Because we've got to go past that way to get back, and just get my map again. I need to go, yeah, that way out. Gotta head back to Gus now. A bit of light on. That's fine. Always glad to help. Another harvesting point here. Who wants to literally walk all the way around it? Get some nice to level 20. I've got to get these ones to level 40 before we can train any more with them. These are the two we really need to get up. Going up slowly at the moment. Head back to Gus. Now that's the camp there, and that's the spider which puts Gus. Gus is over there, so it's straight ahead and left past the spider's camp, right. Right, follow through here again. Past the mushrooms. We don't have dash on this character. Train a bit up on that whilst we're coming through. Perhaps we should have gone. That's okay, cross that bridge, follow it around here. Yep. As you can see, I'm not familiar with this side of the map. Right, and we should need to turn in a bit here. jumped by some elves in a little while, I should think. Maybe not. Well, the map's just a fraction off. Going through rock here. We did want that. Keep these at range if we can. Closer for that one. There's another one over there. Oh, wrong one. Oh, got confusion on us. How long for? Right, so let's just head in the right direction. There's a lot of gold out of them. Nope, still got the confusion on. That's lifted now. Let's go in and talk to Gus again. Now, truth, I think. Truth is this thing about truth hood. Did pick up the truth hood, didn't we? I must have made a boo-boo. Don't have the truth hood. No, I forgot to pick up. I must have forgot to loot. Made a boo-boo. What a pain. Back we go again. Right, let me bring up the map. Literally the other side of the map. Right. Nope, don't want to fight anything more. I want to go and get the quest done. I'm going to try a bit cross country, see if we can do it that way. Yeah, ruined pyramid. And this is how I've done it with it when I didn't have the map. It still might be the best way to do it. So I'll follow this path down here. Go around here. That looks like the camp. Oh, right, yes, I need that bridge down there. see me do the fighting again, I would think. Be handy if I could have a dash, I think. Get around the map a bit quicker. Mind you, could always run, but it uses up your focus. And go up the steps. Is that of interest? Nope. Can't loot it again. Open the door. Put some light on. Thingy. Was interesting. I think we might have to fill out a bug report in a second, because right, one more check. On the Hood of Truth. Or it should be worded in such a thing, it's not the proper hood yet. Oh. Unfortunately we can't finish that quest. It didn't give us the loot. Interesting. I'll have to check the bug forums later, and then I can fill out a bug report. Check the area. Normally you just hand it into Gus and then he would turn it into the actual Hood of Truth. Let's see if there's anything else interesting around whilst we're here. Should have been off. We should have looted it off that caretaker. Right, can't do that today. I might come back and see if it needs a level of time before it will reset or something. Right, so let's head back to the not that way. Right, what's the best way back to the camps from this end? Oh, just been attacked. 1 minute. Let's just target him. We should be able to just. Right, so we're down there. There's the Elven camp. Trying to get my bearings. There's that. There's the Elven camp, which means either that one there or that one there. Ah, that's the other camp. Right, so can we get there quicker? Can we go that way in any way, shape? There's a big fountain. Can we do any... Go down there. Can't go down there. Right, so that's... I don't think we're going to get round there anywhere. So the answer is going to be no. So we'll walk all the way round there. So I could jump down there, could jump down there, but then it's too far to fall. Right. Let's find the paths around. So it's going to be head up the path. Over the rickety bridge. Some bears down there. I think that'll help me. Don't want to go that way. I've got to get over this, so we're going to have to take the path over there and then double back on ourselves. Right. This is one of the most awkwardest areas or maps in the game to navigate round. And this way. Oh, there's that boulder. So now I know where we are. Jumped through before and it won't let me jump through it this time, will it? Oh, we got through. Right, someone's asking about the wine, so might as well go and hand in those quests. Just got to tidy up the last few quests in the area. Oh, we've got to go into the Corruption Junction one as well. There's another quest to be found. Let's come out of combat and talk to these elves here. Tragedy, and I think she's asked us to find a ring. Yep, if we find a ring, which is a drop, we can hand that back to her. So if it's not that one, it must be this one. elven wine. I think we've got some. Oh no, it's the heirloom, that one. It's the wine. She also will take heirlooms. I think you can keep on handing them in. Each time you're getting some experience and a bit of gold. So what we can do at the moment, we've got to find a banded forever. Hopefully we'll find that. Probably it's best to pick that quest up early, because I don't think you get the band until you get the quest. Warranted action, corruption junction, can't do truth of hood because it's broken, at least in this version it's broken. It didn't drop what it's supposed to drop. Up we go, through we go. Let's have a go at the corruption junction first, I think. There we are. And I think that big glowing door is a big clue. No map of this area. And you don't want to rush through this bit, because I'm pretty certain this is going to be rather tough. I died in here last time I was doing this. Combat. Wait for the focus to recover. That's a good idea to leave this one absolutely till last, because I think it's the hardest one. Right, so we're going to need food to boost ourselves up a bit. So it should help our buffs a little bit. There's the one we've got to kill. And so it wants to prove me wrong, because it was the last time I'd done this. Oh, that was it. Poison, I think. It's turned into a wizard, which is what it should do. death mage, so it's taking life out of you. So it's pretty resistance to fire. Not to the light spell. And you get, this is where you get Eye of Nostradamus, which if you sit it down on your lot will glow a green colour, which you might see dotted around on people's lots to make a green glow. And so that was... I've just got to find the way out now. This way. Oh, we've got confusion on us now. Not that way. I might have to fight these in a minute. Oh, that looks promising. Uh-oh, we're taking too much damage. Not before. Oh, won't let me out. Right, I've got to take a health potion. Yeah, this is what happened before. I'm probably going to die. There is a nonk in here. I think that's what happened before when I died. Oh, the onk's by the door here. First death in the game. Right, so we're now back outside. Let's go and give the order to cease and desist. Going to drag me into conversation again. Yep, he seems to do it every time. Right, where is he? He's in his tent. Let's tell him off for being a bad boy. Because we've done that, got 6,000 experience points and 400 gold. He's not a happy bunny anymore. Yeah, the other quests, the corruption, you need to go back to the Altamont. Gus, and you can hand that in. And the Truth should have been handed in to him, and the Band Forever you'll find as a drop, and you can give that to the elf in the camp to complete that. That's what I'm going to do, because else we'll be running around the zone forever. I'll use the exit over here, and we're going to carry on the mainline quest. And I want to find one of the companions, so I'll go down to Aerie for that, I believe. Looks like it will take about 2.5 hours to complete the Blood River outskirts. Here we are, first time on the main Novium map. There was where we started the game from, Blood River. And we're going to have to go down to Aerie now. Passing loads of zones that we can do. That's going to be interesting. We've done a fair amount of combat. Is it going to pass us through this siege? Nope, we've done enough questing to say that we've actually got to go through the siege. But we definitely won't be going through the middle. Basically, a siege is a 4 tiers zone, but this path here is probably about a 2 tier. Centre area is a 4 tier, and I would actually say the upper area is a 5 or 6 tier. A lot of there's one of them. We've got one of those health points up, and we can use the push back, keep up the range. That again, get these skills up. We'll put the dodge up, lighten up, focus, strength of focus potion. A health potion. Now we get into some proper combat. In fact, we'll better just run around this zone. We'll probably die if we continue combat in this area. Let's head on up to the other side. Try and dodge the mercenaries. First task on entering a new town is to talk to the town crier. We receive 100 gold. Each town crier we introduce ourselves to. Now a companion should be around here, let's see if we can find him. There she is. Now, because we're in solo mode, we can interact with this character. Should be able to. Let's find out. But if you are in the online modes, sorry, if you're in offline mode, you can interact with this character, but in the online mode, they just see me, and it's a job. Let's see if help. And now we've got two of them around because one of them's our companion. It's strange that the other one doesn't vanish. So now we've got a companion who's going to help us fight. We can actually talk to them, so help again. I'm helping you to the best of my ability. Right. The watcher's getting in the way now. Right, so there's loads of quests in this area as well. It will give us experience points. Let's go and talk to the sobbing girl in here first. Asks our name. Why is she crying? Basically she's saying she lost everything to the wrong person, and then she means Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth. You know, she's saying he's a tyrant and he's stolen all her items, and we've got some help. Now we've got to speak to Marlin, who's also a victim. Let's have a word with Marlin, who's over here. We're talking to Natasha. And what's happened here? Resident, poor thing, got cleaned out and lost. Can I trust any of those Drumplemouths? If you ask me, say you're an avatar, right? Did you have anything to do with bringing down? Oh, right. Wants to know if we're the responsible person. If we say truth, he probably won't let us carry on with the quest. That's interesting. And let's say help. Now he tells us that we've now got to go and find Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth and kill him to get a vault key back. But it does give you a clue in the quest that you might not have to do that. So let's go and... The only problem when you're in offline mode is the place looks as bare as anything because there's no houses placed down. It looks as bare as anything. Well, I guess we can run across here instead of having to take the path through. But in the online, you know, all this is all got properties on. I guess it makes it quicker for getting around. let's head into the castle here. Go and have a word with Lord Harcourt. And you can go up the steps to the top, or you can call the lift. Up we go. Up one more floor. The kitchen. And here's the person in question. Here you can actually kill him, or you can talk to him a little bit more. And he's saying that basically it's not true, he's an honest person. Let's go back to hell. You still get the choice of killing him. If you say yes, he then gives us a quest to speak with Balana. Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth gave me a list of 2 people to speak to, and Marlin and Natasha. Let's go and see what they've got to say. Down again, if we take the lift. Catch up this time. Help me get on. Right, well, down we go then. This way. Go to the left this time. This drawbridge. And we come into a shopping area. And here's Balana. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, she's a trader, of course. I'm not going to bother with that. This is Balana. Oh, there we go, Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth. But she says he's an honest chap, and there's a receipt upstairs that we can collect as proof. And here is the glowing quest item, because all the quest items are glowing. Pick that up. And then we've got to speak to Kyle. He's in the shop across the road, in the blacksmith shop, and we also need to... is it him? Oh, it's the same person. again, he's a trader. Lord Harcourt Drumplemouth. And again, he says he's a good soul and I can go up and get the proof from his room. But whilst you're here, this is the first person you've got to talk to about the bone steel dagger. And we've just got to find our way through the Has it given us the quest? Yep. When we say bone steel, he gives us a quest up here. So that's two things you can do whilst you're here. So I've got to get Carl's note from upstairs and continue on the path of truth. You're going to have to go to the TAS. But let's go in the room here. Now, where's my companion? Because there's a nice surprise normally in this room. Yep, there's somebody who just wants to fight you. She's fighting him, right? I've just never worked with these companions before. Right, let's start doing some damage to him, else we're going to die. And there's our quest item. Right, we're actually over encumbered, so we can sell some items to Carl whilst we're here as well. Let's go equipment. Let's sign for those first. Bring it up again and see what else we're going to get rid of. Now if I do want to keep stuff, I can keep it in the bank now. And we need to bind to this area as well so it can teleport back. Yeah, I think I'll keep the wood for crafting. That should be everything we need to sell. Oops, we did need to put something else down on our bar. Summoning whistle. So if we lose our companion, we can call them back. Right, so let's head back to Mr. Drumplemouth. Basically, we've got the evidence to prove that Mr. Drumplemouth is an innocent fellow this time. But you can kill him, then go back, and it will affect you in the way of chaos. But again, always keep going the wrong way when I come out of that. And have a bit of light to fill out the area. Left. And you still can kill him if you want. But whichever way you actually do the quest, you get the same amount of experience points and gold. So that's the first quest in Aerie done. It's a simple one as well, whichever way you choose to do it. Oh, now we need to go back and talk with Natasha again, because I think once you've done the quest and you talk about Lord Harcourt again, it teaches you a spit emote. So let's head on out. And take a bit of a shortcut since there's no houses. You'll have to follow the paths by the way, but in the offline mode you won't find any player owned housing or any player owned vendors. But the quests are all the same, offline or online. They're just varying degrees of difficulty. So some of them will be slightly easier in the offline mode. Just because you're playing as a solo player. Now let's have a word and see if we can get the emote out of her. There you go, she's taught us the spit emote. And because she was trying to scam, she won't talk to you anymore. If I look as young as I feel, I must look like a child. That's where I'm going to bring the stream to an end. Rather late here in the UK, 11 AM. And of course, if you want to watch some more, you can either catch up on my YouTube channel, where you can subscribe to me, and of course if you haven't, if you follow here, it'll help me grow the channels. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the areas and I will get back to you. And I will see you tomorrow at about 2 PM New Britannian time, which is 8 PM in the UK. And thank you for watching.